JAMARI. The end of Ice Spice, bro. What do you mean? What is going on with Ice Spice, bro?
So it's no secret that rappers come and go
Shout out
every
JAMARI.
single year. One moment an artist can be on top of the game, with everyone wanting a feature, and the next they can be completely fallen off.
Why you got Jack Harlow on this, bro? Y'all think he fell off? He nice too, bro. I don't think he fell off.
What technically was falling
He did.
off? You know what I'm saying? I done made 30 million. I don't gotta do. Yo, do I gotta keep making
Good
music,
point.
bro? I don't need to, bro. I'm rich as shit. I don't need to make music. I do it because I know I still have fans.
And with that fall off,
That's
obviously
true.
comes
Ugly
a lot
God.
of
Oh my
scrutiny
God.
and public
No
embarrassment.
problem.
And the saying really is true that the quicker someone rises up, the faster they will likely fall back down to the bottom. There is a
Crazy.
myriad of reasons for this phenomenon.
He sold. He sold. Yeah, his might sound the same. All that, whatever. He sold, bro. Especially after that situation where he was was it Rolling Loud? It was an event. He was performing and he said some shit, bro. He sold.
For one, we obviously live in the fast food era of media, from movies to music, and even videos and online content we digest on a daily basis. Most pieces of major media now seem to lack a certain quality they possessed in the past. And I'm not necessarily just talking about from a budget standpoint. Today things seem more rushed, more formulaic, less thought out, and moments tend to come and go faster than ever before. We live in an age of information and content overdrive, and with social media, anyone and everyone can now go viral. And every
Facts.
day there are millions of people desperately yearning and grinding away to try and get themselves out there. Meaning when someone does make it, there is a good chance that hundreds, if not thousands of people will try and replicate their success in some shape or form. And since most of the artists who blow up really fast do not have the fan base in place to carry them through the tough times, it's easy for these fickle fans to turn their backs on or simply stop caring about a rapper's music.
There's so many parts of that
Sheesh.
era of rap.
Listen, if y'all here chasing clout, bro, don't do it. Let it be natural. You know what I'm saying? Let it be natural, bro. People try too hard to go viral. It's corny. To me, at least.
Where like people got fame so fast, they were so young. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that was some of the foresight that he was saying. Not even necessarily about quote unquote falling off. You know what I mean? You don't think he predicted anything?
I don't think he predicted shit.
No.
It's like trying to build a house with no foundation. Like if one strong gust of wind comes through, or adversity in this case,
This right
well,
here.
suddenly
It was Rolling Loud. That shit right there.
no one is playing the music, no one is going to the shows, other artists stop hitting you up, and the industry decides they no longer want to play with you.
In terms of like not picking up phone calls, I ain't no friendly anyway though. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't had no type of effect on me. Like I barely called. I ain't called. When I was on top.
Oh yeah, and you still owe the label 5 albums. You gotta pay back the advance they gave you, which is really just a high interest loan.
Yeah.
They now own your masters, they own your likeness, and they're taking most of the money.
Listen, I was watching. I forgot the artist. I was watching. Oh, it was BMG Upper Class. I was watching a podcast, his podcast with 4-1, and they were talking about the labels and shit. And he had a good point. Obviously, it's all perspective and how you think about it, but he was like, if you're gonna sign to a record label, tell them to sign you for like 50K, right? Or sign you for something you already have in the bank, right? Let's say you have 100K in the bank. Tell them to sign you for 50K, right? You owe them 50K. Pay that 50K back, and now you have all their support throughout the entire contract. You know what I'm saying? Again, depends on the contract, how you look at it, perspective, all of that. I get it. But I never heard that before. When he said that, I was like, that's a good fucking point, because these artists are getting signed for like millions. 6, 7 figures. I don't think maybe one person 8 figures. I don't know, I forget. But like 6, 7 figures, bro. You feel me? And you gotta pay it back. I don't know. I never heard it in that way before, and it makes sense.
money from your tour, if you can still do that, to try and recoup their investment on not only you, but 20 other failed artists before you. Not to even mention your new lifestyle and image you can no longer afford eating away at your pockets. By the time many artists finally see this reality, it's far too late to turn back. Like, even when you strike when the kettle is hot and the industry likes you, you still will likely be replaced at some point. This combined with an intense oversaturation of the music market has really affected an artist's chances of maintaining relevance for more than a couple of years.
Alright, I've been like #1 song at or like, you know, album sells this, you know, and then I put out some shit that's like, I take a kind of a left turn and experiment with, you know, a different, and it doesn't hit, you know, and how fickle and how fast people can just be like, oh, he fell off, or he, you know.
People throw that term fell off too fucking quick, bro. Too easy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a game of, you know, you ride these waves and what altitude you're at, and the inertia required to stay at this like altitude in pop culture and pop success and any of it, you know? I mean, how long of a run can you, because it's crazy.
Now, with that being said, let's talk about Ice Spice, a female rapper who took the internet by storm over the last couple of years, but more recently has seen a serious downtrend in her career, and now tens of thousands of people are unfollowing her every single
Damn. As a result of the controversy. What controversy?
day. Ice Spice is a New York rapper from the Bronx who started making music back in 2021.
How was that growing up there? Like,
it was fun. It was real fun, like, you know, fighting off crackheads and shit like that.
And over a year later, she would find herself going viral with her music video for her song Munch. This was back when TikTok was turning out #1 records on a daily basis, and for Ice Spice, that was really no different.
How much was there before Munch, and then how long did it take for things to go crazy?
So there was a couple songs before Munch. It was probably like 4 songs, I think.
From the start, she knew that her greatest asset was just that, shaking her rump.
Her greatest asset was it just that, shaking her rump.
From the start, she knew that her greatest asset was just that, shaking her rump, rubbing her cooch, and rapping in that New York accent made her infamous right off the bat. When I say that, I mean some people were hating on her, a lot of people were loving her, but all that mattered was that she was finally popping off.
Yeah.
Growing up, I always would just like write little raps, and I never wrote like full songs though with like hooks and verses until I got a little older and I started to understand song structure more. But I always had like this like want to write, basically.
Even in promotional videos that she made before she went viral, it was beyond clear that she knew that her body was her ticket to fame. And at this point, she's one of those people who's known more for her likeness and her sex appeal than her actual music.
I feel like a lot of people think that, oh, I'm just like this like pretty girl that like posts on Instagram, but there's like millions of pretty girls that post on Instagram, and like, you know, you have to really contribute to the culture in order to like matter.
I would actually say that her existence online is more like a meme than a rapper. Now, to be clear, the two do go hand in hand in her success, and she could not have one without the other. I mean, recently she was on stream with Kai Cenat. He tells her to freestyle, and guess what she does out of pure instinct?
Shakes her ass. Shakes her ass, yup. I did see this. I did see this.
So Munch comes out, it goes viral, she signs a record deal and starts showing up doing live performances where her job is strictly to get up there and shake that ass. It was at that time that she would be seen frequently with Drake, and rumors of the two dating of course surfaced from there. Under the label, she would release her first EP, which featured more of course surfaced from there. Under the
Let's catch Drake's face, bro.
The label, she would release her first EP, which featured more viral songs like Bikini Bottom, In Her Mood, Deli, and Princess Diana with her longtime idol Nicki Minaj.
When I met Nicki, right, for the first time in person, I was like at her studio and she was like doing her glam and stuff. And
Were you
then
nervous?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
She came out, right?
Yeah.
And I was fine. But she came out and she looked at like my manager, James, and like Riot and stuff, and my photographer and everything. And then she came at me. And when she came to me
Wow.
and she hugged me, I started crying because it just felt like I cried, but I walked away. Like, I didn't say anything to her. I was just like,
This EP was a pretty massive success for her. I mean, to me, it all sounds like one long song, but the target audience definitely ate this up. It was like the
Yeah, no, that like project was way better than her Y2K, bro. No
perfect
bullshit.
music for women, and I would
No
think
bullshit.
gay men to get ratchet to. Songs about being a baddie, twerking that ass, getting money, and things like that. Don't get me wrong, with this newfound fame also came a lot of new people who absolutely despised her.
I feel like when you're like huge, and people just gonna want you to fall. You know what I'm saying?
But either way, as long as people were talking about her and she was still going viral, I doubt either she or her label could care less. This EP was enough for the machine to be willing to pour more money into her career, and she would really hit it big with her next single, Boy's a Liar, catching another
Facts.
viral TikTok song, and further pushing her image into the public eye. And if you needed any more evidence that Ice Spice was playing the game correctly, she would get a shout out and even a feature on a Taylor Swift song called Karma, which in the music industry is like getting LeBron to back you and say you're a
Type
great
shit.
player who he wants on his team. The two
Type
seemingly
shit.
became friendly. Taylor Swift said that she was always listening to Ice Spice's music apparently, and she was even with her at the Super Bowl doing very weird things with her hands.
Oh, bro. That's all right. This is the first time I'm seeing this, doing that shit. She did it. She did the same shit, bro. In a Tylil, Kai Cenat's best friend. Tylil's one of his streams. I guess they were praying, and after the prayer, she did that same hand gesture, bro.
And it really did seem like Ice Spice would solidify herself with the release of the massive Barbie movie last year, as her second song with Nicki Minaj would be synonymous with this Barbie resurgence. This hit actually made her the first rapper to release 4 songs that reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the very same year, which is very hard for me to wrap my head around when we've had artists like Drake, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Akon, and DMX, amongst many others who have been
50 Cent
absolute superstars
with
over
bangers,
the years.
hell yeah.
Either way, 2023 was a great year for the
Crazy,
ginger
bro.
rapper.
They have you declaring her as the artist perfectly poised to have a breakthrough year in 2023. You feel like this is your time, this is your year?
For sure.
But 2024 so far has not been as kind to her, and it has me looking at her career through the same lens that I see someone like DaBaby,
Facts.
just two individuals who struck lightning in a bottle, who had their own unique sounds, and went super viral.
All right, we can sit here and talk and have our opinions on shit, right? But they get into a bag, bro. They got and are getting to a bag. The people talking shit and hating, they don't got a bag like them. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit here and say, oh, DaBaby shit. Ice Spice's ass. They still got a bigger bag than me. So what I say don't really fucking... It ain't gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But... yeah, I know, crazy, bro. This man, his run was fucking crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Banger after banger after banger, bro.
Viral, and then super mainstream for about a
Crazy.
year or two, and then once that newness kind of wears off, every song kind of starts to sound the
Kinda
same,
same,
and
yup.
when aided by a little bit of controversy, they start to fall off. Now, in the name of continuing her
Crazy.
fast food music run, she would come out with a rather prophetic lead single for her debut album, Y2K, Think You the Shit, Fart, which was a perfect way to kick off this album. Think you the shit, bitch? You not even a fart. Yes, that is the chorus to this masterpiece. And this was actually a diss towards fellow female rapper Lotto, as the two had been sending subliminal shots at each other for the last year. Talk about a joke of a song that many people likely had to approve before it came out. She actually has a ton of bars over the years about pooping. I'm the shit. I'm that bitch. I'm Miss Poopy. I'm Miss Poopy, but I never smell. An artist's debut album is definitely something that could make or break their career, and with her using this as the lead single, that led to this album selling a modest 28,000 copies.
Damn.
Which, let's be
28.
honest, 28,000 is not that bad for an art.
It's not, but like, bro, in terms of album sales, bro, it's nothing like before, like the late 2000s, bro. Nothing like before, bro. What? Them motherfuckers be selling 6-figure fucking copies, bro. You know what I'm saying?
artist of her caliber, but with the backing of a major record label, and the fact that she was technically selling this album on pre-order for over 10 months before it would even come out, and then when you package that information with all this bullshit bundles artists can now count as sales once again, you'll see that the 28,000 number is very inflated. Can you guys imagine getting this shit on vinyl? Jesus Christ. The other thing is that year over year, Ice Spice has lost over 50% of her monthly listeners on Spotify, while producing her debut album in the process, meaning her old songs are now cooling off, and her new songs are not hitting like the old ones. In fact, she doesn't even look happy in her natural habitat of twerking anymore. And now with this latest feud that she has found herself in, she is losing followers and fans at a massive rate. And it all really started when she decided to take a rapper named Cleo Trappa on tour with her. Basically, this Cleo person would come forward and say that Ice Spice treated her like shit during the duration of this tour.
Nobody should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit.
All right. Let's pause this right here before I let you continue, baby girl, right? You're up here. In general, point blank period in general, there's no fucking need for you to treat people like shit, bro. Or like they're below you. Simple as that. In general. Let's just start right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're up here. And you have people performing under you, obviously. That's like every concert. There's somebody, a opener. You feel me? You're always the main event. If it's not like that and you're just straight into it, cool. You feel me? But majority of the time when it comes to a tour, a concert, whatever, a show, an event, somebody is performing before you, the main event. You're up here. You got these people under you who are opening for you or whatever the case, right? Why treat them like shit? Because listen, the internet, we've seen too much of this. Too much of people coming out and exposing the truth. And exposing, you know, the side that people don't really see. She ain't the first one to do this. The beginning of the year, Cat Williams. Everybody. Bow, bow, bow. This person, that person, this person. Everybody's been getting exposed this year, bro. I don't know. I just feel like you could be a fucking multi-billionaire, have everything in the fucking world. You're living comfortably. You can sleep every single day, lay in your bed the whole fucking time, but you're so rich, you don't got to worry about losing money. Because you probably have some shit going on where you're making money in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? You can literally not work for a year, a whole year. You cannot work, and you're still well off. Just because you have that, you feel the need to be disrespectful or like rude to people and act like, you know, you're above everybody else. Fuck that shit. That shit's corny. That is corny as fuck. And now, I'm not the type to wish bad on people, bro. But like, if you do bad, everything comes to light, period. You doing bad, it's bound to make it into the public eye, the public ears. It's what you get. It's what you get. I'm sorry, not sorry. It's what you get. You know what I'm saying? You this person behind closed doors, motherfucker, that shit gonna get exposed. It's coming to light one way or another. You feel me? So it's like, she's not the only one coming out doing this shit, bro. Or you feel me?
Should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit because they gave you an opportunity.
The two of them had apparently been industry friends for the last couple of years, but it sounds like the extent of their relationship was mainly public appearances and content creation.
It's like every time she's like inviting me out, because we never chilled on some like chill shit, bro. Like it was never like just some chill. It was always like in the blogs the next day and the song is dropping too. So it was like, what? This girl kind of uses me for her rollouts.
She was set to open for Ice Spice, but was actually only offered this opportunity one day before the tour began, claiming that the reason Ice Spice invited her to come perform in the first place had to do with her trying to rebrand her image to make it look a certain way.
So the ending of July, I get a call from Ice very early in the morning.
Real quick, just to clarify once again, what I said earlier was in general. I only brought it up because she was coming out and you know, saying her piece. Everything I just said has nothing to do with her, except the fact that she's coming out and saying some shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying shit to defend Ice Spice or none of that. It's just like, you're up here. you feel like you gotta disrespect and be rude to people, the shit's gonna get exposed, bro.
Leo, come on tour with me. I miss you. Come. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not about to come on tour with you and watch you perform all month. Like, I got a nigga. I got stuff that I could be doing. I could be getting money. I have opportunities in New York. I have brand deals. I have things that I need to focus on. So for me to travel all over the United States with you to watch you perform kind of crazy. She's like, no, I want you to perform. And I gagged. You want me to perform? She ain't never, ever brought me out on stage.
And despite worries about the last minute invite, Ice Spice insisted that everything would be taken care of, from her travel accommodations like food and a place to stay, to her actual performances. Keep in mind, this was a strenuous, unpaid opportunity that would take months of her life. Now obviously, when someone goes on tour and opens up for another artist, it is usually a great chance for them to gain a ton of fans and exposure. So oftentimes the bigger artists will recruit someone who makes similar music to them, or at least someone who can capture a similar fan base. Like back in the day, I saw Logic and Big Sean open up for Kid Cudi, and it was amazing because I knew all three artists, and so did most of the crowd. So I'm sure Cleo saw this as a big opportunity, but apparently once she would go on the tour, the mistreatment would begin. For example, she claims that she would often be sent on stage before the show was even advertised to start, meaning she was performing to an empty venue.
Online says,
nah. What the fuck? Because artists do that. They practice. They warm up. They literally perform.
It was even advertised to start, meaning
they literally perform in this just to sound check, make sure everything good, the lighting, all of that. I've seen artists do this shit to tell her, oh, go, you gotta perform now, and nobody's there. What the fuck are you talking about?
She was performing to an empty
venue. That's crazy work.
Online says the show starts at 8. It would even say 9 sometimes. And guess what time I was going on?
6, 7?
7:30, 7:45. I was going on before the show starts. So that was kind of weird in itself.
Now apparently this was only the tip of the iceberg on this shitty situation. She claims that she had 1 day to prepare for the tour.
Literally 1 day. So I'm just like, what do I have to pay for? Nothing. You're gonna be with me. You're good. You're gonna be with me.
She wasn't allowed to bring anyone with her, and that she wasn't even listed on the lineup. And basically it sounds like she felt like she was being treated as a second-class citizen, not having a dressing room, not having a hotel room to sleep in, and not being included in team meals while on the road.
And we just sitting on the bus. We just like, yo, like, can somebody come with us to McDonald's? Like, nobody want to walk there by themselves. We fake want a man with us. They like, oh, that's mad far. Like, nah, like, word, there's a desert, it's scary. I'm like, okay. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate. Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse.
Basically, it sounds like she was not part of the plan at all, and that by the end of the tour, it felt like she had overstayed her welcome. Remember, she wasn't even getting paid.
Hell no. Not getting paid on a month-long tour is fucking bonkers, boy. Bonkers. What a waste of fucking time, bro. She could have been performing on these little clubs getting paid, bro. Even if it was like a band or less or more. You feel me? Like,
and she even claims that while she was performing, her debit card was used to buy designer items behind her back, and it really just seems like the opportunity was not worth the stress, nor the time, or the effort that she was putting in, and that the opportunities she was missing out on to be there were far greater than what this had all turned into. On top of that, Ice Spice apparently stopped talking to her at all right in the middle of this tour, and basically outside of a stylist that she made friends with, she was pretty much on her own.
I didn't have a room. I was told I was going to be with her, but I didn't have a room. No room for me backstage at all. I was in her dressing room. I didn't have no rider. I was with her. I was so confused. Like, you're not being my friend, so I'm going to make more friends. Like, girl, it's like she wanted me to be miserable and alone, and it just didn't happen because that's not what God had planned for me, boo.
As some of you may know or probably don't know, I am a personal stylist, and I was hired as a backup stylist for Ice Spice Tour. And when I say everything that Cleo was saying is dead ass true, is dead ass true.
Sheesh. And then you got the next person. There's a situation with a person exposing somebody. Here comes the people in behind the scenes that back this person up for exposing this person. Bro, it's not good for your image, bro. It's not good for business, okay?
The first thing that caught me off guard was when I first made it there, okay, I get with Spice, and me and her cool as hell, so we just be regularly talking about shit. I see she type got an attitude, so I asked her, like, what's up? Like, you good type shit? Like, you know, filling her out. She like, oh yeah, I'm cool, woo, woo. It's just Cleo black ass doing too much. I'm like, damn, hold up. So now I get back in the room with Ice. She on FaceTime with Ryan. She
if that was her word bar for bar, her words bar for bar, that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy fucking work.
letting him know, like, yeah, she doing too much, she blowing my scale. She was like, bitches gotta go, they asking for too much, woo woo. Bitches acting broke. Like, I'm really tired of her black ass. And I'm like, damn, like, why does she keep saying this? Like,
right.
And let's be honest, guys, it's not rare for an opener to get less than preferential treatment while on tour with a bigger act, and you do hear a lot of stories about openers not even spending any time at all around the main act despite them being on tour together for months. But granted, this was apparently her friend, who she allegedly begged last minute to do this with her.
I took a step back and just made the opportunity what I could make it. But it wasn't genuine at all. Nothing that you do is genuine. Everything is calculated. Like I said, I was the token black friend. You didn't have your other best friend around because you said that she didn't match your aesthetic. Like, there's something very wrong with somebody that is only friends with somebody for their aesthetic. Look how you talking to me like you was never even my friend, bro. She's just like, bro, this is why you never gonna be anywhere. This is why you never gonna get nowhere. If I was a careerless bum, why would you even bring me on tour?
Right. That ass, like, oh my god, bro. I didn't know any of this shit was happening for real, bro.
She would claim that Ice Spice has sold her soul.
Everybody hold me.
Here it is. This is what I saw, bro. This is what I saw. This is Talil, bro. I was like, dog.
Hands. Hold hands, hold hands. Lord, thank you so much for bringing this amazing group together right now with this amazing stream and our amazing teams, Lord. We are all from the same place, and we are all trying to get to the same place, which is the top. And we all want to experience different things in our lives, chat. So thank you so much for bringing all of us together. And I pray
the same movement she's doing in this, she did it in the clip of the Jumbotron, bro.
That you allow us to grow on other people, on each other, and I pray that you allow us to reach any measures in this life, and you just watch over us daily. You bless us. You allow us to bless other people with our work and our amazing craft, and you help us enjoy this night. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. She would also share this text message exchange they had where she expressed her frustrations after the tour, and Ice Spice pretty much just replies in these messages that none of that was her fault and that it wasn't that deep. Later, she would even respond to these claims on a Twitter space where she had this to say.
Y'all put in laughing faces. Y'all know this is not funny. Bitch, you not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was like, where did the food go? Like, stop it right now. You talking about she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big ass room. Bitch.
All right. Right? There's two sides to every story, 100%. You have Shorties, you have Ice Spice. We already have somebody who backed up Shorty. Now, you know, we want to hear your side of the story. You feel me? We want to hear if it's true or a lie. Cool. But what if somebody else, she's saying all of this, what if somebody else, shit, even the guy who backed Shorty up, he comes out and is like, she's lying. We didn't go to Italian food. She didn't eat food. Now, you feel me? It ain't worth lying, bro.
Can I play with my one time?
Now this made people even more upset, and they called out Ice Spice's hypocrisy for clowning this woman for eating a lot, when many speculate that she's been off that Ozempic weight loss program. And the speculation actually got so strong that she released this workout weightlifting video that really didn't prove anything. People also claim that she basically is someone who thinks that her shit don't stink, and that she has way too big of an ego for how volatile her career is at this point. I mean, honestly, I didn't think this was the biggest deal in the world, world are really like cancel worthy, but with most of her fans being women, they aren't going to like the whole Mean Girl shit, especially when it feels like she was punching down here on someone who was supposed to be her
Facts.
friend, someone who she invited to come
Facts.
perform on this tour for free. I don't know, to me, if I'm her manager, we aren't releasing any more albums, just the occasional single trying to go viral on TikTok, and honestly, the primary focus shouldn't even be on rap anymore. Like, I think she has to transition into an influencer, or an IG model, or an OF girl, or some shit like that, because to me, the curtains on her music career are closing pretty damn fast. But I do want to know what you guys think about Ice Spice. I want to know what you think about her career. I've yet to meet like a big Ice Spice stan in my life. I'm sure they're out there. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching.
Jamari. Shout out Jamari, bro. All right. Like I've been saying, bro. Two sides to every story. That's what we got from Ice Spice based off this video, of course. I don't know, dog. It's kind of fucked up how you trying to bring one of your friends out to perform with you, and you're telling her that she's good and shit, but you literally leave her in the fucking dust to fend for herself, essentially, because you're the one with all the backup. You're the one under the label. You're the one getting the support. You're the main event. It's your tour. These smaller artists performing for you, bro, they don't got it like you. So the fact that you sat there and said, oh, I got you, I'm gonna take care of everything, and you fucking didn't, that's some hoe ass shit. Not only that, the shit you were saying, the shit the stylist was confirmed out and said that you were saying, bro. Why the fuck are you saying that type of shit, bro? Like, it's fucking corny, bro. Ego. That ego shit really gets to people, bro. I don't know. Like, everybody has an ego. They can have an ego, but it's like, how much of it? How big is your ego? You feel me? Like, it's fine to have an ego, but when it's big as fuck to the point where it's like you're disrespecting people, you're not looking out for people, you're hoeing people, you're talking shit like you just did, you're saying shit like you just did about, you feel me? It's just like, shut the fuck up. You feel me? Shut up with that shit, bro. Because the same way you gained all this shit is the same fucking way you can lose it. Alright? We've seen plenty of people, literally the beginning of the fucking video, all these artists, bro, had the world in a chokehold with their music, bro. The bangers, and just straight, where are they? You don't hear about them, and if you do, this shit's not hitting. It's not slapping. The same way you went up is the same way you can go down, bro. You know? I don't understand why she is falling off, because she's so talented. She can shake her and never mind. I actually do understand now. The end of Ice Spice, thank God. She has no spice now. I remember this one clip of her singing at a concert, and it was dead quiet until she started shaking her ass and everybody went wild. Forgot she existed. I used to pray for times like this. Hey, yo, I never heard somebody say play the new Ice Spice song. I think it's time to watch the party die. Kendrick Lamar. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy work, bro. Y'all let me know what you guys thought.